exciting ride. I mean, we had our ups and our downs. We're looking really good day one. Day two, we just, after blowing up the spinnaker, we knew we had a bit on. Boats were catching up with us. We didn't really have the right spinnaker for the conditions, so we either had to make it up or wait for conditions to change, and they backed off a little bit, and then we put up our sort of next heavier spinnaker, and we were able to pull the time out of everybody.
What was hard for us, it was the sea state. We were running in a very kind of new sea that had built up, and it was a cross-sectional wave that kept bouncing around and changing. And we're tiller steered. So the driver actually sits at the front of the row, and he gets strapped on, and the waves hit him, and then everybody ducks in behind him. And so as a driver, you're kind of on the front row. And drivers typically, they're not really front rowers. They pushed us the whole way. We would have backed off had they not been there.
Right. Okay.
And that's probably the greatest compliment you could pay anybody. They made us beat them. The critical decision point for us that has placed us wherever we finish in this race would have been to rehoist the A4, when all your asset management and all your let's protect the gear, let's protect the sails went out the window. It was like, if we don't put it up, we're going to lose.
It was a fairly obvious thought of mine that Matt was going to win for the first time in 28 endeavours. So great, fantastic. I just wanted, a third Rolex watch.
On these types of boats, 30 knots is very, very hard work. Keep the keel underneath the boat, and hitting top speeds of 25, 26 knots on a regular basis, with everybody sleeping down the transom of the boat here. So very exciting stuff. A few little capsizes, but anyway, we kept everybody on board.
And I gather you took the wheel out. Who went with that?
Greenie took the wheel out, luckily. It was a change of drivers, and Greenie took the wheel out. So we're lucky to keep everybody on board, because it happened pretty radically.
We're pretty tense, I think we're parked for about 20-something minutes, and we figured before we parked up that we probably had 20 minutes on quest, and we thought, so we just burnt 20 minutes. The boys did a great job just pushing the boat really hard every moment of the time, and we're pulling good times out of people. We were just worried we were going to break something, especially our last remaining heavy weather spinnaker, but she held in. Hey!